Well, green, yeah, it's having a major moment. Even beyond shamrocks and leprechaun hats, this lucky hue is making a splash in home design, showing up on walls, cabinets, and even ceilings. If you've been thinking about refreshing your space, now might be the perfect time to go green. Today, we're sharing 5 designer approved shades of green that brings just the right amount of boldness to any room. Home designer Liz Powell is here to share her 5 current favorite shades of green. Liz, this is so fun to talk about at St. Patrick's Day, but you're saying green has so much more value than just in March.
Right, I mean, green is what we see all around us, so let's just bring it in to our house.
Into our house.
And not just enjoy it on the outside.
And you and I were talking, we say green, it can feel a little bit intimidating sometimes, but really it's transitioning into almost this neutral.
Yeah, I think so. It's really what you put with it. So if you're not wanting it to feel quite as bold as it is, then maybe we're pairing it with a bunch of neutrals and it kind of tones it down. So.
And is this shade, I think when we commit to a shade as bold as green, sometimes we think, okay, am I gonna have to repaint this in 2 years? Do you think this is gonna stick around for a while? What's your thoughts on that?
I think it depends on the color you choose. Yes, paint is fairly inexpensive to do, and we do all just need a fresh vibe. So I don't think it's a huge deal to feel like you have to paint maybe in a few years.
Okay.
But at the same time, you want something that fits the aesthetic of your house, that you feel like you've liked that color for a long time, it's going to go with what you have, so that you don't have to get rid of everything in your home when you get rid of that color, if that makes sense.
I love that. I think that that's such a smart designer tip. Let's just get right into the top 5. We've got some photos that you sent us, but also we're gonna craft a little bit. We're gonna paint some canvases so that you can also see the colors. What's your first color?
So our first color is called Cascades. It's a Sherwin-Williams paint. This is such a fun color. I saw this for the first time on an exterior of a flower shop and have loved it ever since. And I had a certain client and they were like, I have to do my kitchen in that. So we did a fun kitchen in that, which is so fun. But you'll notice in this picture, it is a bold color, but again, we paired it with timeless things. And so it stays almost, it becomes almost that neutral color.
Yes, and honestly, when you think about green, this feels like a little more bluish.
This has a lot of blue, so maybe I took a little bit of liberty on this one because there's a lot of blue in it. All of these dry a shade or two darker, so that's something you want to be aware of. Do a shade, or do a little swatch for yourself, let it dry, see how you like it during all times of day. And make sure you feel like, yes, I can commit to this and this is gonna be fun.
This is so silly. I didn't know that paint dries a shade or two darker.
It typically does.
Okay.
Yes, so something you want to be. So sometimes they'll look at it unpainted and say, oh, that's really bright. Like, just give it a minute, let it settle, and it's gonna feel
This
much
one does feel very like fun and playful to me.
Super fun and playful.
So where would you put this? I mean, obviously on cabinets. Where else would you suggest we put this?
Well, it kind of depends. Yeah, for sure. Cabinets are great. It kind of depends on the vibe, because you can make this super fun and playful if we put it in a playroom and we're putting bright things with it. But again, if we're using it in a timeless kitchen where we're pairing it with neutrals and things that are natural products that have some longevity, it's going to tone it down. It's going to feel more like a neutral.
Anywhere to avoid this color?
No.
Okay.
You just have to commit.
I love that answer.
If you're going to do it, have a plan and just commit to
I love that. Okay, next is Rockwood Shutter Green.
So this one's my favorite out of all of them. This one almost dries black. It is very dark.
Really?
Has just a faint hint of green. Well, it's got a lot of green, but it dries very, very dark. You'll probably see in some of the images. It is so beautiful. We're currently using this in a flex room study where we're color drenching the whole room, doing paneling on the wall, and it's just going to be dark and moody and delicious, and I love it.
Look at how stunning this is.
Right?
It takes a normal, like what you would maybe consider like a charcoal or something a little darker, but it adds a little bit of like living color to it.
There's a lot of richness. It's like a stew that's been seasoning for all day, and that flavor depth, this paint color just has that depth that I
love it. Okay,
Super
next,
fun.
Holiday Wreath.
Holiday wreath. So this is your bright cherry green.
Okay.
So a little more bold, I feel like. On this one. But it is just a nice bright space. So this is so fun. If you have kind of a very clean, even modern aesthetic. This one's so great in a kitchen to have a fun pop of color that's nice and bright, fun in a playroom. This color, it doesn't have enough earthiness to it to really feel like a neutral. So if you have a really neutral, easy palette, I might not choose this one because it is so bright.
Yeah.
But it is just such a fun, playful place.
Yeah. No, I love that one. I think it is that more bright tone that maybe you have to be ready for.
Yes.
You got to be ready for. Okay, next, Vintage Vogue. This is really
Vintage
earthy.
Vogue. So this is still real green and fun, but again, it's super earthy. It's got enough gray and brown in it.
This is gorgeous.
That it feels a little more relaxed. So this one pairs so well with neutrals, with tans, with blacks. I love this one for a modern space, for a bachelor pad. It feels a little sophisticated because it does have those earthy tones in it, but still really fun and still really green.
So this is, you're saying this is good on everything? You can do cabinets, you can do walls? Okay, well, I love that. Explain to us really quick what color drenching is. We said that a little bit early, but when you're color drenching, what does that mean?
So color drenching is to paint everything in the room the same color. So the ceilings, the moldings, even the door are all painted that color. So it's the only paint color in the entire room, and you're really just creating a mood.
A mood. Okay,
Yes.
this is the last one, and I'm not hating it. I really love it. This is Herb Bouquet.
Herb Bouquet is super fun. This takes me back because this feels like a blast from the past from about 20 years ago. But I love this one. This one feels really comfortable and relaxing. This one I feel like I would put in a front sitting room that has big windows and cozy chairs, and you go in there to read. It's not moody and dark, but it's just comfortable. You have the most comfortable little throw next to you. You sit and you talk with your girlfriend.
Look at on the
maybe even a bedroom. Isn't it so beautiful?
Stunning.
So
stunning.
Beautiful. I think it just creates a very relaxed, comfortable vibe. So
Liz,
I love it.
Love your eye and your beautiful brain. Where can we connect more with you and get your services?
So we are on Instagram at Liz Powell Design and LizPowellDesign.com. Our office is located up in Logan, but we do timeless design anywhere our clients want us to go.
Oh, we love that green. We love you. Thanks so much.